Nutty Sports Gamer here. It's February 2001, and we are in the middle of Michael Jordan's retirement tour. This episode is going to be the one episode that really focuses on the Hornets and Michael Jordan and his retirement tour. We'll see him facing the Orlando Magic, Steve Nash and the New Jersey Nets. How about Gary Payton and the Miami Heat, and several other teams. We'll also take a look at Tim Duncan and the Atlanta Hawks, who are playing very well thus far this season. So we'll take a few breaks from Michael Jordan in this episode. But primarily, the spotlight is on MJ today because, hey, we're nearing the end of his career. So we gotta do a proper send-off. Click the link in the description below. It's a Google Doc of the 40-year sim history. If you are not familiar with the sim, check that out. Get yourself up to speed, and let's get into the games. How about Jazz, Hornets? How about a replay of Brad Daugherty receiving a catch from MJ and making that basket? 120-112, high-scoring game for 2001. We got a rebound by Terry Mills. Jamal Mashburn, Monster Mash, who's going to lay the ball in. I thought he was going to go for a dunk, but he decides to lay it up because he's classy, I guess. I don't know. Michael Jordan passing it to Brad Daugherty again for a dunk. 126-116 now. 138 left to go in the game. Terry Mills passing it to MJ for three, and Michael Jordan hits the tray. That's the end of that game. 133-122 is the final score. 47 points for Jamal Mashburn, 37 for Michael Jordan, and 24 for Kerry Kittles. And let's just get this out of the way. Let's get a nice screenshot of Michael Jordan. Yep, final season. Played most of his career on the Bulls. Last two seasons with the Hornets. Won 6 championships with the Bulls. Made it to 8 finals with the Bulls total. And then made it to another finals with the Hornets last season, where they lost to the Warriors. So he's 6-3 in the finals in this sim. But he also leads NBA history in career points totals because he never retired. So, yeah, it's interesting stuff. The way his career has unfolded in the sim has been pretty interesting. So, Knicks, Hornets, we got Jamal Mashburn making the layup. It's also cool to see MJ's, that was a weird edit, MJ's teammates. See them shine a little bit. John Starks makes a jump shot for the Knicks, 85-76. And, oh, yeah, one thing to note as Jamal Mashburn hits this jumper, this would be, at least in the sim, Michael Jordan's final game in Madison Square Garden, unless, of course, they meet in the playoffs. But at least in the regular season, this is his final game at Madison Square Garden. And here's Jamal Mashburn with a dunk there for the Hornets. 85-80. They're trying to climb back into this game. Michael Jordan can't hit that layup, but Terry Mills gets the put back dunk. Tie game at 85. And we got a steal. And we got Jamal Mashburn with an awkward shot. Gets his own rebound. Pump fakes. Turns around. Passes it to Terry Mills for the long two. Making it 87-85. 2:51 left to go. And we're going to check out a replay. No, we're not. Oh, we get a steal. Okay, I was confused. Steal. Jordan with the dunk there. It's 89-85. 2:09 left to go. Eric Snow passing it to Terry Mills, who makes that basket for the Hornets. Less 2 minutes left to go. John Starks, guarded by Michael Jordan, but he gets the basket. 4-point game. Can the Hornets keep the lead? How about a block by the Knicks? Patrick Ewing, who's nearing the end of his career also. Brad Daugherty, though, does get that basket to make it a 6-point game. 122 left to go. Latrell Sprewell, spree for three. 93-90. And now there's 22 seconds left to go. And Latrell Sprewell is going to miss the shot. And that's going to do it. The Hornets do end up winning this game. Final score 96-90. And yeah, so Michael Jordan, final game at Madison Square Garden, ends with the victory. And I guess I got a couple of screenshots of Michael Jordan for this episode. That was a pretty good. That's a pretty good one. You got a little bit of Patrick Ewing in the background there. That might be a nice one. I feel like I have too many screenshots of guys attempting a jump shot, so it'd be nice to have like a nice mid-dunk screenshot as we see Eddie Jones and the Sixers versus the Hornets. We got Elton Brand getting the rebound. Big Dog Robinson handling the ball, heavily guarded. Somehow manages to get the ball all the way to the other side of the court and makes the basket. 85-74. Can the Hornets come back from this game? There's still plenty of time left. Botched alley-oop, though, does not help matters as we see Gugliotta driving to the basket, making the shot. 87-74. Eric Snow to Doherty. Makes the layup. So it's an 11-point game. Nick Van Exel guarded by Jordan. And Van Exel is going to turn around, jab step, missed a shot. Marcus Camby gets the boat back. This game's over. 105-82. Sixers handled their business against the Hornets. That was probably Michael Jordan's final game in Philly. 20 points from Mashburn in the loss. And let's take a break from MJ just for a little bit as we watch the Hawks and the Lakers. This matchup is too good to pass up. So Iverson would make a layup and then a jumper. 85-83. Lakers losing by 2. Got Horace Grant passing it to John Barry. Iverson with the steal. Taking it to the hole. Making the layup. 87-83. Mookie Blaylock passing to Kobe for 3. He sinks it. 1-point game. 4.5 left to go. Tim Duncan gets the basket there for the Atlanta Hawks. Check out a replay. Raja to Duncan with a nice shot there. Basket there. Now we got Shaq guarded by Duncan. Duncan with the block. Okay, he can't quite get the ball, but still a hell of a play by him. Duncan is really playing like an MVP this season. Really showing the potential that he had. You know, he's living up to it. So we got Blaylock missing the shot there. But Shaq, ooh, that was kind of a bad shot attempt for Shaq. Hawks get the ball back. 91-86, 2:50 left to go. Raja to Bonzi Wells. Give it to Duncan. He's feeling it. Guarded by old man Horace Grant. And that is a bucket for the Hawks. 5-point game, though. 2:12 left to go. Horace Grant passing it to Mookie Blaylock. Guarded by Darrell Armstrong. Steal by Armstrong. And Armstrong is going to strong arm his way. No, he passes it to Duncan. For the dunk, 95-88, 1:15 left to go. Mookie Blaylock up against Allen Iverson. Blaylock passing to Shaq. Gets the dunk. 95-90, 1:06 left to go. Allen Iverson guarded by Kobe. Botched alley-oop. We got another one in this video. We usually have one per video, sometimes two. And we got a 3-point attempt for Mookie Blaylock, who sinks the shot. 2-point game. Iverson passing it to Duncan. You can't make that bucket or that one. So that is Hawks are in a sticky situation, to say the least. Mookie Blaylock at the top of the key. He's going to pass it to Chris Morris, who decides not to shoot the 3. Passes to Shaq instead, who will get that bucket. 95-95. Interesting. Let's see how the Hawks handle this. Allen Iverson, 12 seconds left to go. Will he take the final shot or defer to Duncan? Let's see what he decides to do here. Hopefully he decides to do something. Iverson can't make the basket. And we are going to overtime. Yes, this game was definitely worth checking out. We have a lot of MJ highlights later on in this video, but we got to see Mookie Blaylock make a 3 for the Lakers. 1-point game. Kobe handling the ball. He's going to make the fadeaway jumper. 3-point game for the Lakers. Iverson can't make that basket. You don't want to be down by 2 possessions in overtime. As Mookie Blaylock gets the corner 3. 103-97. Lakers get the ball back. Score unchanged. Horace Grant gets that shot to go in. 107-99 in overtime. 26 for Iverson, 18 and 20 for Duncan, 31 and 10, 10 assists for Kobe. And let's go back to the Hornets. Oh my God, almost said Bulls. Brad Daugherty and the Hornets and Michael Jordan. Daugherty making that basket. We are watching him against the Wizards. Why? Because Jordan has a lot of history with this Wizards team, facing them back when they were the Bullets. And also he played for the Wizards before he retired in real life. Terry Mills with the dunk there. He also used to play for Washington in this sim. And now we have Tim Thomas with the jumper there for the Wizards. 94-92 is the score now. Andre Miller missing that basket. Haven't seen much of Andre Miller, so this is a good opportunity to see him. Jamal Mashburn gets that layup to fall. 96-92. Tim Thomas receives the screen, makes the 3. It's a 1-point game. 3:37 left to go. This is a bad Wizards team. Hornets should not be in trouble against this team, and yet they are. Jordan does get that jump shot. Tim Thomas misses. And here come the Hornets going the other way. Eric Snow handling the ball, passing it to Michael Jordan. He's going to make that shot for the Hornets, 100-95. Tim Thomas makes another jumper for Washington, ensuing Wizards possession. And we got Kenny Green with a corner 3. Miss. Jamal Mashburn with the rebound. 2:08 left to go. And Monster Mash to Jordan. What a play. What a layup by Air Jordan. 102-97. Tim Thomas with the long 2. That's not going to be good. And the Hornets should be able to take care of business now, as we see Eric Snow with the layup for Charlotte. And that's going to do it. 106-97 the final score. Michael Jordan certainly had a good game, as well as his teammates. But this is against a bad Wizards team. If we stop for a second and think more about this season as opposed to Michael Jordan's retirement, we have to think about, is this Hornets team gonna compete in the playoffs? Michael Jordan's final season, are they gonna make it to the finals? These are questions that we don't quite know yet. And when they're barely beating the Wizards, it does give you a little bit of pause, because you gotta put away teams like that more easily. And now here they are against the Magic, 87-83. They're losing. Scott Burrell's out there passing it to T-Mac, who gets the jumper. 6-point game. Jamal Mashburn, corner 3. Can't get that to fall. Finn Baker with the rebound. And now we have Grant Hill with the runner. So it's 91-83. Hill to Tracy McGrady, making that shot from the charity stripe. 10-point lead for the Magic. This is a very talented Magic team. Mashburn, the jumper for the Hornets. He used to play for the Magic in the sim. T-Mac, though, gets another jump shot to go in. The Magic are top-heavy, right? They have 2 really, really supremely talented players. Vin Baker as well, so 3. And then a so-so supporting cast. But we see a basket there for Daugherty. But still, when you got T-Mac making a dunk like that, it kind of, it's hard to go up against a team like this with such talent at the top. Grant Hill making that shot for Orlando, 99-89. Can the Hornets do anything to cut into this deficit? Brad Daugherty's doing the best he can. He makes that shot off glass. 8-point lead for the Magic. Vin Baker gets the putback. 101-91. Eric Snow to Rashard Lewis. He can't get that shot to fall, but Brad Daugherty is right there to make that bucket. Grant Hill missing a three. So here we go. The Hornets can make this a two-possession game. Michael Jordan is going to do just that. It's now 101-96 with 2:35 left to go. Do not change the channel. Finn Baker gets the dunk, though, for Orlando. It's 103-96. Jamal Mashburn for a three. Can't get that to go in. But Brad Daugherty once again with the rebound, making the basket. Finn Baker now passing it to Kevin Johnson for a jumper there. A 7-point lead for the Magic. How about a 9-point lead or 8-point lead, I should say, for Orlando? Kevin Johnson trying to, well, he passes to T-Mac. Ben Baker with the ball now. 1 minute left to go. Receives the screen. Makes the shot. I think it's safe to say this game is over. 111-101 is the final score. And yeah, I mean, the Hornets are struggling a little bit against some of these talented teams. You know, these teams with like supreme talent at the top. You saw them lose to the Sixers, right? And they're going to be facing the Heat later on in this video. Let's watch the Heat face the Spurs. Be nice to see the Spurs because they're at this point the best team in the league, I think, record-wise. Actually, that might be the Heat. These are two of the best teams in the league. Let's just say that. Dennis Rodman makes that basket for the Spurs. 79-73. Tim Hardaway is going to step back. Can't make that shot. Rebound Heat. Less than 4 minutes left to go. And we have a dunk by Gary Payton. So it's a 4-point game now. Can the Heat climb back into this? Alonzo Mourning up against David Robinson. Mourning gets the basket to go in. 2-point game. 1:17 left to go in the game. Doug Christie to Tim Hardaway with the baseline jumper. No good. But David Robinson's right there to get the putback. And that'd be it. 185-79. The Spurs able to hold on. But the Heat are a mighty good team, and we'll see them later against the Hornets. Let's go back to the Hornets. Against the Nets this time. Michael Jordan misses. Got a rebound, Sean Marion. Nice to see Michael Jordan up against some of these younger players like Sean Marion. We saw him against Steve Francis a little bit earlier. But here's a replay of Steve Nash receiving a pass right here. Making the basket. 97-92. The Nets they got a 5-point lead. Steve Nash. He's gonna pull up for the two, make it, and see. This is what I mean. This Nets team, they're not even in the playoff picture right now. Brad Daugherty makes that basket. They're a solid team. You know, they're still working their way towards being a top East team. But the Hornets, I should say, down by 5 with 55 seconds left to go. You know, they got to make something happen here to have a chance to win this game. Michael Jordan does get that basket go in, and he looked mighty good doing it. But Steve Nash for three. Oh, okay, he misses. So here we go. Here we go. Hornets down by 3 with the ball. 30 seconds left to go. Jamal Mashburn passing it to Michael Jordan. He's going to pass it to Mashburn for 3. Can't get that to fall, but it looks like he has. He got fouled, trying to make that 3. So we got 3 free throw attempts for Jamal Mashburn. He makes the first one. Rare to see a 3 shot free throw attempts. How do you say that? I don't know. Tie game though. 99. 10 seconds left to go. Could the Nets seal the deal with a game-winning shot here? Rashawn Leonard passing it to Steve Nash. That's a good look, but that's not going to go in. And we are going to overtime. Let's see how the Hornets handle their business here. As Michael Jordan gets a nice dunk to go up by 2. Steve Nash, though, helps the Nets regain the lead. Here's a steal. Rashawn Leonard. Well guarded by Jordan, but he still manages to get the basket to go in. Jordan misses. Brad Daugherty with a dunk. 1-point game. Mashburn with the shot clock winding down. Can't get that shot to fall. Ilgauskas gets the rebound. And the Nets, Sean Marion to Tony McDyess. This is a nice Nets team. This Nets team is very, very nice. They're not quite they're still building what they got. So they're not quite there yet, but I can easily see them being a playoff contender next season. Steve Nash passing it to Rex Chapman. He's out there. And we got Antonio McDyess making the shot there for the Nets, and that's going to be it. This is what I'm talking about. The Hornets struggling against a team like the Wizards, and then here they are once again losing kind of a big game here against the Nets, against a Nets team that is barely over 500. We'll see the standings at the end of the video, but as far as I know, they are not in the playoff picture. And here's one of the worst teams in the league, Chicago. Michael Jordan playing in Chicago for the final time. So let's check this out. They do have a 7-point lead. Eric Snow is going to make it a 9-point lead. That's how I do math. As you can see, the one thing that really bothers me about 2K, I guess it makes sense. There wouldn't be that many fans here. It looks like the stands are filled out a little bit more now. I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but Michael Jordan in Chicago, this should be a packed house. As we see a 3 there for Mashburn. Calbert Chaney gets stripped by Michael Jordan. 1:25 left to go. Maybe we can squeeze another highlight or two out of this game, which is already out of hand. Mills to Mashburn. Passing it to Eric Snow. Shot clock winding down. Brad Doherty with the screen. Eric Snow with the 3. And that's about it. 97-85. 36 points for Mashburn. Michael Jordan was kind of quiet in that game. Final game in Chicago, and he didn't really do much, which is unfortunate. Jason Terry now starts things off with this highlights package, making that jump shot for the Bucks. How about Mutombo making that layup? 81-76. This is another team, this Bucks team. They're around 500. They're not really... They're on the outside looking in as far as the playoff picture is concerned. And yet here they are beating the Hornets by 5. Michael Jordan passing it to Mashburn, who makes the long 2. 81-78. 3:44 left to go in the game. We got Jim Jackson passing it to Dirk. Baseline J, no good. And with a 3-point deficit, the Hornets certainly can tie things up or cut it to within 1. Let's see what they do here. Terry Mills makes the long 2. 81-80. We got Lionel Simmons passing it to Dirk Nowitzki, who can't make that shot yet again. 2:46 left to go in the game. Eric Snow passing it to Michael Jordan, who's going to make that shot. So let's check out a replay of that, because that was a mighty nice play there by, what is he, 38 years old at this point? 38, I think? I think he is. 1:30 left to go. Now we got a steal. And we got a layup by Jim Jackson. 83-82. This one's going to come down to the wire, looks like. Jamal Mashburn passing to Terry Mills, who makes that layup. So Hornets regain the lead. Lionel Simmons passing to Chris Childs for 3. Chris Childs. Nice shot by him. Jamal Mashburn can't get that to go in. 2-point lead for the Bucks. Let's see if they can expand it. We got Chris Childs missing the layup. Missing again. Mutombo making that basket. And okay, that's it. That's it, guys. The Bucks will beat the Hornets 92-87. 20-16 for Mutombo. We're back in Charlotte. This time against the Heat. Here we go. One of the best team in the East, the Heat by far. And they got the rebound. It's 3:15 left to go in the game. Gary Payton. He's going to hop step, make that layup for Miami. Let's check out another replay. Gary Payton's been in the league for quite a while. This might be his 10th season, 11th season, and he's still got the goods. Petrovic, meanwhile, is going to miss that shot for the Heat, who are down by 3. So a win over the Heat would be nice. A 3-pointer there definitely helps. Mashburn sinks it. So 93-87. Lonzo Mourning misses that jump shot. And the Hornets going the other way. Eric Snow passing it to Mashburn. Mashburn for three. That's good. 96-87. How about a steal by Eric Snow? We're seeing a few too many inbounds pass steals, but what are you going to do? Eric Snow settling things down. Passing it to Michael Jordan up against Petrovic. And he's going to make that basket. And the Hornets are going to beat the Heat, who are, and we'll see it. We'll see it soon enough. The Heat are the number one team in the East right now. And the Hornets were able to beat them by 9. So, yeah. So, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. That was a mixed bag by the Hornets and Michael Jordan. But let's check out the MVP race. The next episode is going to be focused more on the MVP race as we wrap up the season. Shaq is leading the awards race there. Garnett, Duncan, Alonzo Mourning, Jason Kidd, they're all in it. Alonzo Mourning's having a hell of a season. It's kind of shocking to see him 4th in this MVP race. It feels like this would be the year that he would win it, just given the numbers that he's putting up there, and the Heat are doing so well. But you can't deny Shaq either, or Kevin Garnett, or Duncan for that matter. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. And because it feels like a very closely contested MVP race, I feel like that's a good material for the next episode. But we'll also be seeing a few more Hornets games in the next episode as well. So it'll be a nice balance. But I wanted this episode to really be about MJ and to really just focus on the team that he's on in his final season. So that's why I kind of split it up the way I did. You see the league leaders, Alonzo Mourning leading the league in points. Jordan's 5th, or 4th, I should say. You got, oh wait, I'm confusing myself. Yeah, he is 5th. Okay, I was doing the per 36 for some damn reason. You got Kobe Bryant down there, Mashburn, Finley. Let's check out rebounds. Elijah won 14.6 for a 38-year-old, or 30. Is that what he is? 38. That's pretty crazy. And then assists, we got Steve Nash leading the league in assists, 10.9. Kidd and steals, and Alonzo Mourning in blocks. And here we go. Here's the standings: 40-16. The Heat are, and then you got the Cavaliers, 39-18. Hawks are 38-18. Got the Pistons, the Knicks below them. The Hornets right now are 35-24. They're not late in the world on fire, right? But they're having a solid season. MJ's final year, it's just, are they going to turn it on in the playoffs, or are they going to go out with a whimper? I'm really curious to see how that goes down. You can see the Pacers are 34-26. They're right behind the Hornets, and then you get the Magic. The Magic have kind of put it together a little bit. They're now in the 8th spot, 30-27. The Sixers, who beat the Hornets in this episode, they are 31-30. They've lost 3 in a row. They're struggling as we near the end of the season. So, bit of a disappointment for the Sixers. But if you look at the top 8 teams, I mean, it's not surprising that the Sixers are having a tough time trying to stay in the playoff race, considering who's above them. Then you get the Bucks, 28-30, Celtics, Nets, Raptors, Wizards, Bulls. They're the bottom of the East. Let's check out the draft class. Oh, that's right. So yeah, the Bulls, interesting to note that they have 2 picks in the top 2, I should say, right? Potentially top 5. Let's just say that. So they can possibly get Gilbert Arenas, Shane Battier. There's also Tony Parker, Joe Johnson, Pau Gasol. But they got the Rockets pick because of that Scottie Pippen trade. And I decided, so the Rockets gave up 2 first-round picks. And as I explained before, when you give up a future first-round pick, like 2 or 3 years down the road, you can't protect it. But I'm gonna protect that pick for the Rockets because otherwise they're gonna be in deep shit. They're gonna be in real trouble if you don't protect that pick. And especially the 03 draft is the other pick that belongs to the Bulls for the Rockets. So I think what I'll do is make that like top 5 or top 10 protected, or maybe even lottery protected, because it's Scottie Pippen at the end of his career. That's who they traded to the Rockets. So it's a bit crazy to give 2 unprotected picks for Scottie Pippen. So I got to make sure I fix that. Spurs are number 1 in the West. Meanwhile, 42 and 17, you get the Lakers, Sonics, and Clippers. It really boils down to those four teams in the West this season. But then you have the Grizzlies, the Warriors, who are, middle of the pack. Get the Blazers, who are putting it together again. They started off slow, but it looks like they're a solid playoff team. Then the Kings are 30 and 31. It looks like the top 8 of the West is pretty it's pretty concrete, is what I would say. Then there's the rest of the West: Wolves, Mavericks, etc. I wanted to show you guys. Retirements, potential retirees. I guess I should say, because Dennis Rodman so far isn't saying he's going to retire, but Jordan is. Jordan all season, this has not changed. It'd be embarrassing if he changed his mind, but he hasn't. He is still dead set on retiring after the season. Olajuwon is also going to retire. So, luckily for us, the Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs. We'll be able to say goodbye to Olajuwon during the playoffs. Ewing has not said he's going to retire yet. So, he's 38, but he's sticking around. Barkley, though, is going to retire. He's saying he's going to retire as well. We'll say, and the Warriors are also looking like they're going to make it a playoff, so we'll say goodbye to him in that episode. The Drexler, if we go to Clyde Drexler, just below Barkley, you'll see that Drexler is also retiring. There we go. Yeah, this is my last season. Going to retire at season's end. So Clyde Drexler is also going to retire. Detlef Schrempf as well. His team is going to make the playoffs, though. Malone is 37, but it looks like he's not retiring anytime soon. It's a bonus, or at least not this year. Maybe next year. Ron Harper is saying he's going to retire this year. So, yeah, he might if he says so. We'll see if he changes his mind. He is 37 though, and he's nearing the end. He's not putting up terrible numbers, but you just never know. Len Bias and Mullen aren't going to retire. Mark Price so far has said no to retirement. AC Green, Charles Oakley, Brad Daugherty. Brad Daugherty is also going to retire. So Brad Daugherty with Michael Jordan, that could be a huge blow for the Hornets to have both those guys retire. I mean, Michael Jordan retiring is already going to be a huge blow. But yeah, I mean, Brad Daugherty too, that's kind of crazy. Olden Polynice is going to retire. And it looks like that's it for retirees. And yeah, next episode, MVP candidates. We're going to be, checking out the MVP race. We're going to be wrapping up the 2001 regular season as we get ready for the playoffs to follow. So, Heat Pacers, that's going to be the first game that we're going to be seeing in the next episode. Hope you look forward to that. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you next time.